Today we're talking about how to lower your blood pressure with a plant-based diet. Stay tuned. In the theme of the new year, we're talking all things plant-based diet. Today we're looking at high blood pressure or hypertension and how to use a plant-based diet to lower your blood pressure. Or will a plant-based diet actually lower your blood pressure? We'll get into it. Thanks so much for watching today. I'm Dr. Blake Schusterman. I'm a board-certified kidney doctor and I'm also the cooking doc. Everything we talk about here today is just information. This is not medical advice. If you like this content and videos about how food impacts your health and kidney health in general, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share it with anybody you think might benefit from this information as well. And frankly, there are a lot of people that may benefit from this video. So let's talk about high blood pressure, what it is, and how a plant-based diet may help it. So high blood pressure is an elevation in the pressure of the blood pushing against the walls of the arteries in your body. And it's really easy for us to ignore high blood pressure or to not know we have it for a couple of reasons. The first is that high blood pressure, oftentimes does not have any symptoms. The other reason is that a lot of us don't know what the actual definition of hypertension is. So when you have people that don't know what hypertension is, and you have people that don't know that they have hypertension because there's no symptoms, it's really easy to miss. Well, according to the American Heart Association, stage 1 hypertension or high blood pressure starts when your systolic or diastolic number, that's the top and bottom number of your blood pressure, get above a reading of 130/80. That may be surprising to a lot of you because you may go through your day or check your blood pressure frequently and see that it's 140/80 or 136/87 and think, oh, well, I'm good. Well, actually, according to the American Heart Association, those levels are high. Here are some more stunning facts about high blood pressure. These are my 4 favorite ones from the CDC. Number 1, having high blood pressure or hypertension increases your risk of having a heart attack or stroke, and both of those are among the leading causes of death in the United States. Number 2, in 2021, hypertension contributed or was the cause of almost 700,000 deaths in the United States. Number 3, nearly half of all adults in the United States have hypertension. Nearly half. That's a lot of people. And number 4, only 1 in 4 adults have their hypertension under control. That's only 25%. That leaves 75% of people with hypertension that is out of control. And now you know what I mean when I said a lot of people may benefit from this video. And if you go worldwide, hypertension affects 1 million, scratch that, 1 billion people. That's a lot of extra risk for heart attack and stroke. Okay, now that we got the importance of what high blood pressure is and how it may affect you out of the way, let's talk about plant-based diets and hypertension. So a plant-based diet, if you don't know, is one that is focused mainly on plants. So it's not just fruits and vegetables, it's things like whole grains and legumes and seeds, and actually can include some of the most studied diets like the Mediterranean diet and the DASH diet. If those are followed correctly, they can also be included in plant-based diets. So plant-based diet doesn't necessarily mean vegan. It can be vegan. Vegan is certainly a plant-based diet, but so are other diets that are focused on fruits and vegetables with just a little meat or seafood thrown in. Those can all count as plant-based diets. The other thing about plant-based diets is they often lower things like sugar intake and processed food intake and lower sodium intake, which can lead to benefits in your overall health. Plant-based diets are often higher in the nutrients that may lower your blood pressure. There are things in those plant-based ingredients that we talked about, the legumes and the nuts and the seeds and fruits and vegetables, that actually can have an impact on the organs inside your body and lead to lower blood pressure. So let's go through some of those things. Now remember, as we go through each of those things, I don't see them each as separate. The reason a plant-based diet may help high blood pressure is because you're getting all of these things, and all of these things may work together to have a sustainable impact on your body and lowering your blood pressure. So I don't believe necessarily that one food is going to lower your blood pressure, but more that the style of eating that has all these nutrients and the way they may affect your body can bring the blood pressure down. The first thing to know about a plant-based diet is that it's often much higher in potassium. And potassium, we know, has a direct link to lower blood pressure. Now, if you have chronic kidney disease that's advanced, you may have to watch how much potassium you eat. But we think in a lot of people, potassium can help lower the blood pressure through a mechanism in the kidneys. So if you're familiar with salt and sodium, it will raise up your blood pressure. So the thing about eating more potassium is that your kidneys essentially keep that potassium and exchange it for sodium. So they get rid of more sodium in the urine. And when you get rid of more sodium, you bring your blood pressure down. So potassium may directly affect sodium retention. And if you have less sodium retention, you can have a lower blood pressure. Number 2, a plant-based diet often gives you lots of magnesium. And magnesium is one of those things that a lot of people in the United States don't get enough of because they don't eat a varied diet. The exact mechanism by which magnesium lowers your blood pressure is unclear, but it may due to relaxing your blood vessels. And when you relax your blood vessels, the pressure goes down. It also may decrease some of the inflammation around the blood vessels. I'm not exactly sure, but I do believe that magnesium helps and is a great part of a plant-based diet. I have a whole video on that coming out next week. Number 3, plant-based diets are often high in vitamin C. Now, this was a little humbling because just when I thought I knew a lot of stuff about the body and how it works and how food affects high blood pressure, I learned something new. Vitamin C may lower blood pressure. Though the studies are small and observational, meaning there's not a lot of good data supporting this, there is a proposed theory and mechanism by which high vitamin C intake causes those blood vessels again to relax and can decrease some of the oxidative stress along the blood vessels. And the less stress, the less inflammation, the more relaxed those blood vessels are, the lower the blood pressure will be. There's also preliminary data that suggests that increased vitamin C levels in the body correlate with lower blood pressure. Now, my 4 favorite sources of vitamin C in the body are oranges, tomatoes, peppers, and potatoes. 4 great foods with a lot of vitamin C. Now, does that mean you need to go and get a vitamin C infusion or drink extra vitamin C every day? Absolutely not. This only works up to a certain level, and getting infusions of vitamin C doesn't mean your body is going to absorb it and process it, right? This is more vitamin C that's coming through your diet that you're able to absorb, it gets into your body, and it works and is sustainable, not through a one-time IV vitamin C infusion or some other really high-dose burst of vitamin C. Number 4, flavonoids. So things from tea and chocolate and green leafy vegetables and berries. Those flavonoids also may relax your blood vessels and lower the blood pressure inside your body. So, focusing on loading up on berries is a great way to improve your health. More leafy green vegetables, unless you have a problem with potassium intake. So the flavonoids may work by lowering the oxidative stress on those blood vessels and keeping them with the ability to relax. So if blood vessels are stressed over the course of a lifetime through things like high blood pressure or diabetes or vascular disease, they can't relax. And when blood vessels can't relax, the blood pressure can't lower and you develop hypertension. But if you're maintaining healthy blood vessels, and maybe these flavonoids will help, I think this is still to be determined, but it's very possible that eating a diet high in these flavonoids, the plant-based diet, will help those blood vessels kind of maintain the ability to relax over the course of your lifetime. Again, we're talking about a comprehensive diet that may impact the body on many different levels, not necessarily one specific food that's going to be the difference between controlled and uncontrolled blood pressure. Lastly, fiber intake may impact your blood vessel. Now, how this works, I have no idea. And if it works, I think it's still to be determined. But fiber may change your gut microbiome. So one of the things people don't get enough in the United States is of fiber. And they may have a gut microbiome. And I know that sounds really trendy to talk about, but there may actually be something to it. If your gut microbiome is not healthy, that may kind of have downstream effects on keeping your blood pressure where it needs to be. High fiber diets also have other benefits on your health, like keeping your cholesterol down and maybe helping manage your diabetes. So I think everybody should get more fiber. Lots more fiber. Lots more fiber. So to conclude, the data, in my opinion, is pretty clear, especially if you include things like the DASH diet and the Mediterranean diet in a plant-based diet genre. A plant-based diet, a diet that is high in those things that are not animal products, can lead to better health, and it can lower your blood pressure. There are lots of studies about the Mediterranean diet and the DASH diet that show it will help you. And a vegetarian and a vegan diet also have those same aspects, and that they're high in these things that we talked about today that may lower your blood pressure in a lot of different ways. So following a diet that has these tenets is certainly important for your overall health. And you can see these benefits without going to a full-on vegetarian or vegan diet. And those are diets that are sometimes very difficult for people to sustain over a long period of time. So I recommend to all of my patients that they incorporate a plant-based diet program into their daily eating habits, whether it's the DASH diet or the Mediterranean diet, or just finding a meatless day in the week, or loading their plate more with fruits and vegetables and grains than meat. I think there's a lot of benefit that can be had to your overall health. Thanks so much for watching today. I'm Dr. Blake Schusterman. I'm a board-certified kidney doctor, and I'm also the cooking doc. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Check out my website, cookingdoc.com. Check out my book, The Cooking Doc's Kidney Healthy Cooking, a modern 10-step guide to preventing and managing kidney disease. And I will see you next time.